Hello, friends. It is a beautiful snowy day. And by snowy day, I didn't mean just really cold. It's just kind of cold today. But today, I figured it would be a good day to go check out the waterfront. It is a very popular area for very good reason, and it is quite lovely even at this time of year. So I figure let's go down, see the lake, get some time in, and then come on back, see where we end up. So let's go for a walk. Come on. There we go. Problem with these gloves is that they work well enough, but they're not super accurate, so we make do. Good morning, Mayan. Good to see you today. We're having, yes, I'm starting a little later today, but that's fine. It's fine. I will say last night, for a brief period of time, we hit 905 subscribers. We're back down to 903, but I'm not obsessively looking or anything, even though I absolutely am. So I will say last night I did have an exciting opportunity kind of fall into my lap, and I am wondering if it is worth doing. So essentially, one of my friends reached out because her and her partner are going through essentially she's getting a divorce, and she reached out to me to be like, do you know anyone in Orlando who might want to like have tickets available for us? So yeah, I might be going to Orlando for the end of the month, but we'll see. It all kind of depends on these things. Hello, Darcy. Hello, John. Good to see you today. Hello, Mo. Welcome to the chat. I'm sure we'll be talking much today. Ooh, 30 people already. Goodness gracious. Must be a lazy Sunday, I think. It is cold outside, so I think less people are more prone to be walking while it's cold. But it only feels colder because it's been so nice lately. Something is clanking. Oh, it's my stupid thing. Thank you for pointing that out. Let me know if that helps. Oh, cute puppers. Literally, my aglet was bouncing against my microphone, so I'm just like, oh, thank you for letting me know. I'm going to fix that right away. Oh, hello. Hey, boys. Happy New Year. Good to see you guys. I like the clanking sound, very rhythmic. I mean, you can always just add your own beep boop, but I am Nightbot. I mean, hey, if you tell me where to go, maybe I'll just walk in the area, come snipe me and join me for a walk, man. It's always possible. Actually, if you have 50 people, you can actually do a walk of your own at the same time. And we can be walking buddies. You just have to tell me where to go, because I have no idea. Although I do understand that involves putting on clothes and going outside in this weather, which, you know, hit or miss. We'll see where it ends up. Go. Maddie, are you a Finnish descent? Just wondering. Funny enough, not by blood, but my godmother was Finnish, and she kind of told me to go by Maddie with an I. And ever since then, I just kind of liked it, so I kept it up. I'm going to send you a message on your Discord messages for you to read later after the stream, if you want to check it out. For sure, Sam. Thank you very much. Eddie, it was Keith and Ken. I literally looked by them, I'm just like, oh my god, hi. Literally haven't seen them since the book launch last year, so yeah, it was nice. Nice little surprise to kind of be like, oh my god, hi. I went to 350 today. Hey, that's great, Matt. I'm proud of you, buddy. Keep it up. Hello, Timmy. Good to see you this way. On every corner there is a Tim Hortons. I mean, you're not overly wrong, to be fair. Especially around this area. Hey, Medano. Good to see you, friends. So we are currently walking down Jarvis. I don't know why I chose this street. I think maybe subconsciously I just wanted to see if one of my friends was around. But hello, Mike. Good to see you this morning. The gang's all here, friends. Although I will say, my phone is slowly deteriorating. So now after the thing, I now have like a pink line in my screen, and now for about like a half hour last night, there was also like a green line appearing. I'm just like, oh no, is this just going to be something that slowly takes over my whole phone? And I think the answer is yes. But that's okay. Yes, happy Sunday to those who celebrate. Hi, Juanita. Good to see you today.
Well, great. Nice to meet you both. All right.
See? No, thank you. That happens sometimes when we record, sometimes my necklace does. Yeah, it's the taps, right? If my microphone could go in a smarter place, I would put it in a smarter place. But I don't. So, what's new on the donut front? Well, I did get my 900 donut. Next donut was 950. So, I don't anticipate that happening anytime soon, but I can be surprised. I would love to be surprised. I will say on that note, it's been good. Ooh. Oh, this building. So when I moved, remember when I was moving out of my place on Isabella, my friend was just like, I have a room. I was just like, awesome, I can move in with you. And then I got there and realized that he meant like, we can share a bachelor because he has a room. And I was just like, oh no, this will not go at all. To be fair, we actually got along really well, and we probably could have made it work really well, but at the same time, it was a little awkward to be like, I'm going to sleep on the couch, or maybe we share the bed that's in the middle of the room. It's just like, oh boy. That was fun. That being said, if you are someone who offers up a living space when you don't have a living space to someone that you're friends with, you are a saint in my opinion, and should be rewarded as such. This is the old Sears building, the reverse pyramid. I didn't know this was Sears initially, but after finding that, I'm just like, oh, that makes sense. But after Randy pointed it out, I'm just like, it's actually probably one of my favorite structures in the city, because the way that they managed to do it so like every step kind of inches a little bit more out, it's actually really neat. It's something that I just like, as someone who doesn't overly understand architecture to the extent that you would need to in order to create something like this, I think it's really neat that there's so many buildings in Toronto that take these risks in terms of like leverage, where it starts one place and then juts out into the street. funny. There's like just enough wind to be like to sting your face, but not enough to truly make you frozen. But we're getting a good mix. Today. Where are we going today? Well, Mo, I figured we would head down and I would go to, well, I can hit Dundas Square and then I'm going to go south through the waterfront and do a little walk around there. Then we're going to come up through Kensington, is the idea. So that's the hope and the plan. And we'll see where we go. All the doggos out today. Lots of doggos. And yet still no boopable snoots. But we'll get there. We'll find a snoot boop. I mean, that's unusual. Thanks, Sam. I got the message. I'll check it out after. Walk safe. I shall, just for you. It's always interesting taking this section of Dundas over to Dundas Square. So I'm just like, the other side is so built up. And like it's akin to Chinatown, or adjacent to Chinatown, so it's all kind of built up very spaciously smart. And this area is just all under construction, so who even knows what this will look like in maybe 5-10 years. But for now, it's a bit of an awkward growing pain section of Toronto. Down there's Arena Gardens. So that used to be where the Maple Leafs would play before they had Maple Leaf Gardens. Hope it helps channel. Oh, I appreciate it. I always like to say every little bit helps. We're just here to make things fun and light. Let's see. Does anyone have any exciting Sunday plans other than just hanging out with me? Because don't get me wrong, I'm thrilled to have you. But what is a membership? If you're a fan of the channel, you can essentially sign up to be a contributing member, which is essentially just a way for people to give extra support, which I greatly appreciate because it's incredibly helpful. But one of the things I am going to do is that anyone who is a member can tell me one destination I go to, and ideally when and where, but essentially adding them to the list. But also I'm trying to figure out, like, perhaps short videos or something that we can do to kind of make that more intriguing to people. But yeah, if there is anything that people have in mind, I'm always open to hearing the suggestions that we have for people. But it is incredibly helpful and very supportive, and we appreciate it very much. Go over there. Thanks, Matt. Thanks. I appreciate it. Gifted 5. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Wow, that's really special. Thank you so much, Mo. That's really... Yeah, I think that's worth... Oh. Mo, you are someone who has been incredibly supportive and incredibly lovely to have in the chat. Thank you for being a part of this journey. And I'm so excited every time you come on and share your wisdom. So thanks for being here. Please come back as often as you like. You are always welcome. And we love you very much. Thank you. See, here's what I'm talking about. Is like over on the right side here. All of this is like prime downstairs real estate. And you know they're going to try to build like a condo here or something. But just the way that it's all... like, it's just ugly right now. And the fact that we're not even a block away from Dundas Square is just kind of ridiculous, you know? You know? Doesn't quite make sense. But who knows what they'll do there. I'm sure it'll be very impressive. Oh, let me get in front of these folks. Oh my God, Christy. This is kind of like two of them, and that's. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you ever want me to go any place in specific, you just let me know because I trust you entirely. Also, it is very cold, but it's starting to snow now, so at least we're getting a little bit of bush. We'll see where I go. Oh. It's crazy how different one block looks. Yeah, literally like one block. Not even a block. Literally across the street, kitty corner to Dundas Square, is like this big empty space. And I don't know, I am curious to see what they do there. But I don't think I have... I'm curious to see what they do there, but I don't think I have high hopes for it, if that makes sense. But we'll see. You never know. May suggest getting a phone lanyard. It will catch the phone if it actually drops at least. I mean, yes. Maybe? My only thought there is that a phone lanyard, I wouldn't be able to pass the phone back and forth as easily. But, yeah. Good work on this Sunday. Well, Mo, anything you want to see, let me know. I'm planning, you know, maybe I'll actually try to do Trillium Park today. I'm gonna get all the way over to like areas I don't go super often. Like we could explore the Bentway today. Yeah. We can figure something out. Wherever you want me to go, Mo, today's your choice. You and Christy can boss me around, whatever you want. So just let me know what you want and I'll do it. Dundas, welcome to Dundas. Do Dundas. It isn't Sankoka. Well, it is, but that's... I don't need... This debate will go on and on and on and on and on. Most people know my opinions on the square. Toronto develops in very strange ways. It really does. Like, it's beautiful and confusing and weird, but also options. Like, we have this big old square, and like we never do anything with it 90% of the time. It's odd and unusual. Oh, there's the wind. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Hey! How you doing, buddy? Look who it is, guys.
Oh.
Look who it is.
I just happened to be the insider. You were literally coming my direction.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, pretty good. How are you?
Doing good.
Well, sorry about what happened on Wednesday.
Right.
You know, if that makes you feel any better, I was actually verbally harassed on the subway while filming.
Well, that doesn't make me feel better at all, my friend. You should never have that happen.
I'm sarcastic, but yeah, that literally happened to me on Friday. Man, it was annoying. Oh man, YouTubing is a little bit on the dangerous side.
Only a little bit. The good news is I found out when push comes to shove, I'm rather polite about it.
Yeah.
And then you go to the police. They won't do anything, but like...
I know, but...
You still report it because... Yeah.
I mean, I would have. You were a lot calmer than I would have been. Been in that situation.
I mean, he was just being a dickhead. And
He
just
was
like,
being a dickhead. And so was that guy so was that goofball on the subway.
I try to be like as patient and compassionate as I can in the moment.
Yeah.
But once I got back, I'm just like, I could have flattened the guy.
Yeah.
I just like.
I probably would have done. I probably would have done that too. If he laid a finger on me, yes, I probably would have.
Yeah.
I don't care whatever. I don't care if I go to jail or not.
Right. Did you want to join for a bit or?
Oh, where are you headed?
I think I'm gonna head down to the waterfront.
Oh.
Because on a cold day like today, that's now picking up wind.
Oh, I don't plan to go there. Are you gonna go down Yonge though?
I can go down Yonge with you for a bit.
Yeah,
Sure.
and then I'll depart at Queen.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Yeah. I think it's the third time I've ever met. I think it's the third time I've met. Last time I met you, I was with Yoshi.
Yeah, you were with Yoshi, and then
I had to depart quickly because I had to go to university. So.
And I think the other time was, Nuit Blanche when I was just starting out.
Yeah, at the time I didn't actually know who you were.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
didn't know who I was then. It's a confusing time for everybody.
Yeah, that was that was the first ever time I discovered you was when we met at Nathan Phillips and Eddie was there. I thought you were Sip.
Oh.
That's what I thought. I thought you Sip.
I get it. We all look the same to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I already made a video. So I was walking down here about 20 minutes ago. And I was hanging around here, and I go on my subscriptions, and I see you're coming in my direction. I don't think I've ever sniped you before. So.
No, not at all. I welcome the snipage.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah. I've already done my fair share of sniping Johnny, Ken, and others.
Here's the thing. I have tried multiple times to snipe both of them, and anytime they're in the neighborhood, I've either just finished a stream or I'm just coming off of
Oh my gosh.
I'll just be like, I'm tired. He'll be like, I'm at college. I'll be like, that's nice. I can't. I'm sorry. I'll literally message them. It's just like, I could snipe you right now, but I don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's honestly crazy, but yeah, was just hanging around here doing my thing before I go back to university tomorrow. And
yeah. What's the what class are you taking?
Oh, I'm in city studies.
Oh,
and
cool.
Urban
studies, or?
Yes.
Oh, I love that so much.
It sure is, right? I'm applying my knowledge of urban planning and the history of cities to my videos, right? Because
Yeah.
I walk around. I'm always talking because even when people are telling me, hey, you should become a city planner or something, something like that.
Do you know how much of a headache that would be?
I know.
Especially when it's just like, I know what the city needs.
Yeah.
But everyone else thinks they know what the city needs, but no, this is what the city needs.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the one thing that Toronto's lacking, is it tries to appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
That instead of us choosing one specific direction and being like, this is the vision, this is what we're going for.
Yeah, man.
They're just like, let's be a green city that also appeals to cars.
Yeah.
Just like, no. We do not have the traffic infrastructure for that.
Yeah.
We need to stop worshiping the car.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Like,
make it more friendly to people.
Right?
Walking on the street, people riding transit, right? I do it all the time, so.
Yeah. Transit's one of the best things you can possibly have.
Yeah.
But
I don't know why people are so against it these days.
Well, I think it's because a lot of people have the idea that transit's unsafe. And to be fair, stuff happens all the time. But as soon as something happens, that's the message that gets picked up and spread. But the second that, you're always just like, yeah, I've gone on the subway many times and felt unsafe. But I've gone on the subway infinitely more times and been completely safe.
Yeah.
You know? It's kind of how, I feel with the walking.
Yeah.
Whereas, that one day where the bad thing happened, I was just like, you know what? That was scary, but at the same time, that was an isolated incident. And in 15 years in Toronto, that's the only time I faced anything like that.
Wow. Very interesting stuff, man.
Yeah. We should go for a walk sometime
Yeah.
and talk Toronto urban planning, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah, maybe another time. I mean, today I just wanted to do my own thing, but you're literally in the same area, so
yeah.
Come on, I had to.
I'm very snipeable, so
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man.
Medano says hi. Matt says hi.
Oh, I know who Medano is. He's a good.
Oh, he's the super mod Medano.
Yeah, that's what everybody calls him.
Yeah, he earns that title.
And yet, I'm the only person that doesn't live stream in the city, so preferable choice.
Yeah.
It's too overwhelming, right?
Well,
especially what happened to you on Wednesday. I mean, I feel very concerned and stuff.
I think I'm kind of realizing that, like, some people were just like, you should carry bear spray or something. I'm just like,
yeah, that's what one guy said to me too.
I'm just like, I have beautiful gloves now that make getting things hard.
Yeah.
So if anything happens, I have amazing legs. I can run.
Yeah.
I can just like book it.
Yeah.
Or if, you know, if it comes down to it, I'm not a tiny guy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, is this what you want? Like, is this the direction you want to go down, Mr. Fragile Masculinity?
I know.
Just checking. Just checking.
Yeah.
I am sorry you have a tiny penis. That is not my problem. It's just...
Good one, man. Good one. Well, I'm going to head back this way.
Absolutely, man. Well, Mo says hello. Mo says hello.
Hello. Hello. The advantage going to go back into the Eden Center and think of other ideas.
Yeah, for sure, bud.
Well, Matt, it was nice seeing you again.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, it was, hopefully we'll see each other again very soon.
Yeah, you want to say goodbye really quick?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Cheerio. Check out Alex Gets Around TO at your service, man.
Absolutely. Matt, make sure you get his YouTube channel. He's a good one to have.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure my Dana will link it in the...
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right, man. Take care. Stay safe.
We'll see you soon, buddy.
All right, bye.
Aw, how nice. Yay, snipes. I guess now I can technically include this on Walks with Friends, but, you know, I don't have to. Thank you for that, Medano. On it like always. That's the fun part about doing this, is you never know when someone will crawl out of the woodwork and surprise you. Also, this has to be the longest light. Oh, there we go. It's changing now. No one gonna snipe me at 2 in the morning. You know what? If you wanted to do a late night walk one day, I'm sure I could get convinced. My problem is I would have to leave my house after 11 p.m. That doesn't sound like me. But you never know. I think it'd be fun to do something at a different time. I usually stick to around this time every day because I feel like this is when most people will be up and looking for stuff. But yeah, I'm always happy to do more or try different times or go different places. You know me, I'm quite boring. So it's I was eating, so I couldn't text it too late to say hi to Alex next time. I'll let him know you said hi, Tony. Also, good to see you today, my friend. I started my stream at midnight last night. I think the midnight walk with the K, I'm just like, that's really clever. That's really funny. But you should go, like, when it's warmer, you should just go out on your horse. That's my theory. I am sure that video, if you could ride your horse through downtown Toronto, that would do so well. It was cool because I got a lot of international views. Yeah. Well, sometimes that's like one of the best parts, right? Because people come from all over and see what you're doing. Yeah. When I get home tonight, well, I'm actually going to Hunter's after this, but when I get to Hunter's, maybe I'll give it a tune in so that make sure you have the view fair. They don't let us take them off property. I understand that completely. Although if you ever want a funny video, take me and introduce me to a horse, because I am terrified of horses. I think they're beautiful creatures. I just want them far away from me at all times. You're at 901 subs. Not sure if you're 900 on the streamer hit it earlier. I was up to 905 this morning. I think a couple of the bots left. A couple of the bots bled out. But yeah. We'll see where we go from here. Those horses are worth more than we are. They're so smart and gentle. I am sure they are. And that is why I will let them be beautiful creatures on the other side of the street. You know? Oh, boo, stupid YouTube. It is what it is. Also, it is 30 minutes in, so I should probably do the little blurb. Hello, friends. My name is Matti. I am a tour guide in Toronto, and this is my city. If you are enjoying the city, or you're coming to Toronto, or you live in Toronto and want to experience different parts of it, feel free to book me for my services. You can find me online in the comments below, in the description, at VIATOR and TRIPADVISOR. I'm available for most states. And apart from that, if you are enjoying the stream, I would encourage you to like it. That will allow YouTube to recommend it to other people. And if you want to come back and support the channel in a massive way, subscribing is one of the best ways you can do that because it helps us grow. So if you're enjoying yourself here and you want to stick around, please consider subscribing. It's a massive help and we enjoy it very much. All right, let's go for a walk. Well, that was something. I thought there was a stair where there wasn't a stair. Hey, Pigeon. So we're now at King and Yonge. Gonna continue south, going towards, well, going further. You're enjoying your lives because it's like we're hanging out from a distance. Hey, man. As I said, you're welcome to join me anytime. But no, it's nice to kind of reconnect with you, and I mean, that's kind of one thing I tell people. It's just like, it's never been easier to access me because for at least 2 hours every day, I'm going to be doing this. So just like it's a nice way to kind of let people know. It's just like, if you ever need me, I am literally right here. But yeah, I am definitely debating on this Florida trip thing because A, it would happen at a time when my friend would have the space and I could go and actually do like walkthroughs of universe. I'm still not crazy about traveling to the States, but you know, potentially the option to see friends and to like help out in a way that's concrete, it's percolating. There's an idea that's forming there. And also if I can help my friend when she's having trouble, and to give her like a really nice experience. I don't know. You always do a live at 1:30. This is my first time testing on a 30. Normally I do it at either 12, 1, or 2. Sometimes later, especially Randy's tend to be like 3 or 4. But yeah, I'm gonna start to try to do some that are a little earlier. I'm gonna try to do some that are a little later, and then just experiment, see where we end up. But that's nice. BBD, yes. Essentially, she's going through, she's not a Disney adult or anything crazy like that, but she loves theme parks. And her mom's just like, because of the separation, her mom's just like, you can go on a trip anywhere. And she's just like, I want to go to Orlando and reclaim like the joy that I had in these experiences. So I'm just like, if I could help you achieve that, that's great. But if I can be there and join you for a day for that, that would be so much fun, and it would be an incredible experience for both of us. So, yeah. Would you go to some of the older parts of Orlando as well? I would love to. I would love to, like, get a friend or two together and be like, hey, do you want to just go for a walk? It's like, I have a friend named Heather, and she's a lot, but, like, she's a wonderful storyteller, and it'd be great to have her for like a walk around because like she's so knowledgeable and she's full of great stories. So yeah, Orlando is nice this time of year, not too hot sweater weather in the evening. it is really nice. Here's the thing. When I went to Orlando last December, my friends had their pool, and they were just like, don't go swimming, it's too cold. I'm just like, this is warmer than most Northern Ontario lakes. I'm fine. This is wonderful. They're just like, oh my God, it's so cold. And just like, no, this is great. Hello, Kevin. Good to see you. What's your damage, Heather? I don't know. Like, there's a lot of people down there who I care about a great deal, and if there was a way I could potentially go and just see a bunch of them, like, that would be amazing. But also, it's like, how do you... Going to the States right now for a Canadian, or for anyone really, it's just like, it carries a stigma. We're just like, oh no, how do you balance this? But at the same time, is it more important to be true to yourself and your friends? But also, like, getting the chance to do one of these streams around, like, going around, like, Universal or Disney World or something like that. Like, that would be so cool. I know people probably do it all the time, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm curious. Hello, Marcus. Good to see you, my love. How much are flights to Orlando? That's the thing, is that when I get there, I stay for free, and the flights down and back would cost me about $200. Like, $300 probably with insurance and everything on top of that, but I'm just like, is that worth it? Because that's potentially worth it. So, I went swimming when we went in August. It was like swimming in a bathtub. Hello, Sam. Welcome back. We're now at Meridian Hall. Used to be the Hummingbird Center. Before that, it was... Oh God, this has been so many different things. But WW4K, it's literally all he does. Maybe I'll reach out and be like, hey, do any of like the Orlando walkers want to go for a stroll with a Canadien? Because that could be fun too. Here's my thing, is like, if I go to Universal Rides of Adventure, I've ridden most of the rides there that I want to ride, like over the past couple years. But, you know. The O'Keefe Center, yes, that was it. Hello, Otterly. Hello, Austin. Welcome to the chat, my friends. But yeah, like, if I got the chance to go there, that would be where Lord of the Rings concert is playing. Ah, okay, that makes sense. For some reason I thought it would be Roy Thompson Hall. But I guess if it's not like a thing. If you went to Disney or in Orlando, you can meet the crazy Disney lady. Which one? I'm sure there's more than one.
I think the reality.
Lord of Lorene's. See, Epcot doesn't even have a Swedish pavilion. They have a Norway pavilion. But like, the Norway pavilion now has that Frozen ride. So it's not really Norway. But like, if they had a Sweden pavilion, I would absolutely go and pay my respects to Lorene. With Norway, all I have is Merritt Larson, M2M, Gate. Actually, to be fair, those are all worth my respects too. Maria Mina, one of my favorite artists of all time. Talking about my ex-wife. Matt. That's funny. You walk like a penguin, you get free public stare. Robin? Oh, Robin, yes. Wait, Robin's Swedish. Robin's not Finnish. No, Robin is Swedish. Robin isn't Norwegian. Epcot is the best park drinking around the world. Epcot is the best park, but I could not afford to go drinking around the world unless I went with someone who was just like, you know what? Today you'll be my sugar baby. And I'll be like, okay. I'm very cheap, is what I'm saying. Oh no, we just hit 67. Well, that's fine. I'm sure no one will make a big deal out of it. Dutchies are known for being cheap, so maybe you have Dutch jeans. I mean, I think my jeans are from probably made somewhere in Indonesia, let's be fair. Oh, are these boopable snoots? I mean, Matt, if you want to come with me, we can always make it happen. But then you'd have to, like, share a bed with me at my friend's place. And that would get kind of awkward. For no reason other than how could you resist this? Oh, they don't have snoots. But they are adorable. Oh. Boop. Close enough. If Matt had been here, he would have booped all three. But I'm boop exclusive. My boop is precious. Oh, wow. I'm Orlando'd out. I understand entirely. Actually, maybe that would be a good, like, if you ever need a good healing thing, that's not a bad way to do. So I literally think that's what my friend's doing by being like, let's have a very positive experience and let's go and do something great. I'm just like, yeah, I'm here for you. So there's a theory going around that some purchases you can only make on a computer. And for me, one of those purchases is always, oh shoot. I just realized something. I have tickets to Labyrinth tonight. Because it's the 40th anniversary of Labyrinth. And also, yesterday was the 10th anniversary of David Bowie's death. Which doesn't seem correct. But it is. And ever since then, life has been hard for everybody. So, yeah, I think it's important that I go see Labyrinth. But I forgot that Hunter was literally just like, oh, we have a present. Ah, crap. Oh, gosh dang it. I hate when I have something planned in my head and then I realize that my plan is the other plan that I'd already made. Gosh dang it. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. R.I.P. Goblin King. Dance Magic Dance. Ironic that the opening song is underground and, you know. Gosh, Labyrinth is like one of the best kids movies of all time because it allowed, like, the 80s movies that scarred children for life. I'm just like, think about how terrifying they were, but then also think about how much better they were than 90% of the children's movies that get made today. Like, back then they believed that children should have the right to be scared. And I think they should. We shouldn't have to coddle kids all the time. Google Calendar, it helps with conflicts. Or I just, like, check my calendar and don't make other commitments at the same time. Oh, Black Cauldron. Black Cauldron was great. Actually, no, I don't think I've ever seen Black Cauldron. What's the one I'm thinking Secret of Nim. Which growing up I was not allowed to watch. What the hell was that guy's problem? Do y'all have a favorite terrifying 80s kids movie? If so, let me know. The obvious choices are Labyrinth, Dark Cauldron, Black Cauldron, Return to Oz, Dark Crystal, Neverending Story, poor Artax. Clockwork Orange movie got banned for years before it eventually got released. I believe that, but I wouldn't really consider that a kid's movie. Anything Ralph Bakshi. I don't think I know who that is. Goonies. Oh, Goonies is Goonies is an icon, for sure. Like, it really holds to that thought where just like, you know what, maybe kids should allowed to be scared. Have adventures go off, But no, like, you can do stuff that's scary. I'm trying to think of like any movie that even comes close to that. Warriors of Virtue, was that the one with the kangaroos? If it is, I remember that, but like very vaguely. Also, the Three Ninjas series. Remember there was one episode where they ended up going to like Six Flags or something? Ralph made Secret of Land Before Time. Land Before Time. Okay, we were just talking, like, I remember watching this video on YouTube about it the other day. All about how Land Before Time is like the first, or like the only prehistoric gothic horror kids movie. And I'm just like, that's crazy, but also awesome. Can you see the Niagara Falls skyline from Toronto Harbor? I've seen pics showing the other way around that Toronto can be seen from Niagara Falls. I can show you where Niagara Falls is, but like you won't be able to see it, unfortunately. You can kind of see Hamilton, but Niagara Falls doesn't really have a skyline that you could see from this angle. Like even if you could potentially see maybe a bit of like the Skyline Tower or something, it's not the right angles. It's not quite there, you know? But The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys, was that the one with... I don't think I know that one. Is that the one with the vampires? Was that the vampire one? Marineland was so trash. Marineland might actually go down as the worst theme park of all time. But it did have the best theme song that everyone who was born in the 80s or 90s in Canada and had access to a TV during Saturday mornings, we all know that theme song, whether we want to or not. Vampire in Santa Cruz. Okay, yeah. Remember eating a gyro here when I first came to Canada. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Cairo. Good to see you today, my friend. Thanks for coming back to us. Everyone loves Marineland, except for the whales and the deers and the seals and the other animals. But it actually no one did. Yeah, or Marineland was kind of like universally hated. Then what about up from the CN Tower Observatory? You would be able to see Niagara Falls from there, absolutely. Actually, from there, you could potentially see over into Rochester? I think it's Rochester that breaches into. But yeah, you can actually see like quite a good deal through. The extra elevation obviously helps. Just so everyone can see, I'm actually at the Jack Layton Ferry Terminal. This is good time to show what Toronto Island looks like. So it's this giant structure in the middle here. And yeah, it is completely detached from this section. But you can see there's Bathurst Quay down there, and that's around where they have a lot of the items. But I wonder how old this one is. But yeah, if you've never got a chance to check out Toronto Island, absolutely do. It is so nice. Probably one of my favorite places in the city. Canada should make up some huge valves to turn Niagara Falls on and off repeatedly just to annoy the orange guy. Well, Niagara Falls actually does already have valves, and they do already like have the it does already operate in such a way where they can kind of control the flow a little bit more depending on where it goes. But yeah. So this Jack Layton's guy wife changed the Dundas name square to... Well, it wasn't her. That was Chris Young, a city councillor. And he, to my understanding, he kind of forced it through without a public vote. So it is a contentious name change. They want to call it St. Kafka. But it's contentious, and not a lot of people like it as a name change. So it has yet to justify its existence. And I wouldn't be surprised if, in the next term, it was flipped back to Dundas or to something else. So, yeah, not quite sure what to expect there. Dude, there's so many Pokestops there. Gosh, I haven't played Pokemon Go since that one 10 years ago? Was that 10 years ago? I remember I used to do this project where every month I would write 20 monologues for 20 actors, and we'd gather together and we'd present them as an ensemble. But yeah, I remember Toronto City Council is such a clown show. I tried to tune it out. I don't blame you. Ooh, wood ducks! These, like, to my knowledge, these are rare ducks, and I've seen them come down here a couple times. But, hello, Alexander. Good to have you today. If we go over there, that's around where Begoside Park is. And over there, that's all the island. People are not liking it because we have so many other priorities. Didn't have tent living as a thing. The virtuous act. Yeah, it's just kind of like... It's absolutely one of those things. It's just... It wasn't necessary. It wasn't wanted. And someone just kind of thought that they would force it through at a time where they saw the opportunity. So, can you zoom in on the ducks? I wish I could. I've never been able to figure out how to... Oh! I just figured out how to zoom. Oh, this is dangerous, friends. I should not be given this kind of power. Oh no. I have found out how I can do this thing. But look at the duckies. I stopped playing Go when Monster Hunter Now released. Some concept, but better. That's good. I've heard good things about the Pikmin one too. But yeah, I will say, one of the monologues I wrote was for my friend Mike, who I actually did a walkthrough with a little while ago. But his monologue was all about how that one summer when Pokemon Go was released was like the best summer that humanity has ever had. It's just like the closest we ever came to peace was that summer where Pokemon Go released. And just like, yeah, I think you might be, I genuinely think that could have been the case. That one duck has a white bald head. Yeah. I think those are wood ducks. If they are not, I want to know what kind of duck they are, because I don't see them often. Also, I should not have found out that I can zoom in on things, because now that makes me dangerous. Just like, oh no, I can actually make this thing work how it's intended to. Just seeing someone else with their setup, I'm just like, oh, uh-oh. I also like to point out this ball on the other side. It's a sculpture that you can kind of go in. It's very nice, and like you can kind of see how it... oh, interesting. They're doing the locks here. That's cute. Oh, that's nice. I like seeing those. But yeah, that ball over there. I remember I was taking this guy for a walk around the city for part of my tours. And he was just like, I really want to see a bunch of sculptures. So I brought him down here. I brought him into the... I was just like, here, we'll go in here and check it out. And then we go in, and in the middle of the space, there's a giant turd that someone left there. I was just like, well, I apologize that this is what's happened here. But, yeah, that would be a turd. So, maybe we should just go back. And we did. But it is a nice sculpture, especially when it doesn't have poop in it. I discovered Zoom last night because the UK folks wanted to see the tower. That makes a lot of sense. Now Matti has worked out how to zoom in with his phone. There will be many streams with the zoomed in image of his mustache where he forgot to reset the zoom back to his previous settings. You'll be able to see like every piece of wax that I used on it. And it'll be terrifying. Ha 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 ha. I remember doing an Airbnb experience, which was a guided walking tour of downtown Toronto. That's great. I highly recommend doing it because I actually need to fill out my profile a little bit more on Airbnb. But yeah, I'll see where it goes. I will name every hair in your stash. I really do just think this is a very pretty area. They do a good job of it. What is that? Why is there like... It's like, why is there like a tumbleweed over there? Do you guys see that? 6 degrees in the UK right now. Oh, that's nice. I'd like to inline skate down that path. That would be lovely. This would be a great area to do it. Until, of course, it stops right here. And there's no way to do it other than to, like, slam into the side and then go. I can see that you're also doing it. Does TripAdvisor take a lot of your revenue? They all do. Like TripAdvisor, VIATOR. Well, VIATOR, a guy didn't show up for his tour and they issued a chargeback. So right now on VIATOR, technically I owe them money because some guy decided to be a jerk. I actually literally had the video where I was just like, I am waiting in the space for the guy, and I had proof of it and everything. And they were just like, oh, well, we can't accept videos as evidence for a chargeback. I'm just like, why not? Give me one reason why not, because I am literally proving that I'm in the exact space at the exact time. So that pisses me off. But hopefully during the summer this can grow and expand into something else. But the idea would be to kind of keep that as the main, and then this is the secondary. But I wasn't expecting when I started doing this, I was kind of thinking this would be a good supplemental to the tour guiding, but it's kind of just taken over and given me something to do, because you can't control how people sign up to your events, but you can control how often you go for a walk for YouTube. And once I hit that 1,000, things should be good. No cancellation policy at all. No shows, just 100% money paid to the service provider. I agree. That is exactly how it should go. But apparently it's being handled by a bank, and just like, you shouldn't be able to do that. You hired a service, and now you are essentially taking your money back from something that you didn't do. So you wasted my time, and you just kind of were a jerk about it. You didn't respond to any of the emails that I sent or the letters that I sent. And yeah, I'm just like, you didn't do enough to prevent being charged for it. So, yeah. He will bump the wrong guy and find out justice. I mean, here's the thing. That probably would be me. I would absolutely do that. I would skin him. Presumably him. Pretty much all the snow is melted, so walkable. I might as well walk today and get my errands done. It's a nice day outside, which is nice. It is cold, and the snow kind of comes and goes, so it's snowing a little, but not a lot. Watch out, you're gonna hit side 99 and stay there for a month. Oh, that would be so mean. If that happened, I would probably just create another Google account and be like, this is for me. I was 1,000. We'll see you soon, Matt. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a little bit. It was good to have you. I've already been walking for an hour.
stay with her. And
I see a patch or two of blue skies. I mean, it's kind of gorgeous right now. It's cold, but it's gorgeous. I love you too, man. It's good to see you. I'm excited to actually, I am excited to walk with you more. I think it'll be a good way to reconnect. By the way, folks, if you haven't checked out Green Night Tales, you really should. Matt's a great storyteller because he learned from me. And, I should say despite that. Oh, this used to be in CPC. Have they just moved it all down here? Mr. Dress Up to Degrassi, Museum of Toronto. They used to have something like this in CBC where it was actually like, oh, so cool. Huh. Oh, I will have to come by and check this out at some point. Super cool. Oh my gosh. Look, it's actually like, was it Mr. Dress Up? Or the Friendly Giant who had that wall? That's so cool. Oh, that's so neat. I'm absolutely coming back to find that out. You could grow your mustache to a comical length where you have to twist your body sideways to get through doorways. I mean, there it is. Friendly Giant, right? That was absolutely the Friendly Giant wall. Just like, oh, that's so cool. Also, I was super happy when me and Randy, we came down into this area. It was raining, so it wasn't as nice a day as it is today. But like, just getting to see, actually, is that 3 times me and Randy have gone for a walk and it's been raining? Does it only rain on Tuesdays? Degrassi is a long way from Mr. Dress Up. Yeah, but still, like, still young person's programming in Toronto, like, in Canada that had a massive impact. Canada was actually well known for many, many years for our dedication to children's programming, because, like, Mr. Dress Up was here, but, like, also we gave, Mr. Rogers wasn't Canadian, but, like, Canada CBC was what gave him the start. There's another one as well. It was, not Captain Kangaroo, because that was Australia, but although we did get that here as well. Yeah. Can't quite remember exactly what it was, but knowing that that's there, I'm just like, that's super cool. And I would love to come check that out at some point soon. Actually, Canada used to have a TV show called Street Sense. And I used to be obsessed with that show. It was one of the first things that kind of taught me, like, oh, sorry, I just got a little bit. Uncle Bobby. Paw Patrol is made in Toronto. Yes, it is. I have a lot of friends who actually worked on Paw Patrol in many different ways. Polka dot door and polka dot shorts. Great options, great choices. Sorry. But Street Sense was kind of the first thing that taught me about consumerism and how to be more critical in terms of how to be like a good buyer. And I think that would make sense to have a show like that today, because it's necessary, possibly now more than ever, to like have things that can explain to younger people about like financial consequences. Like the idea of buying something in 4 parts through a Klarna model sounds great until you realize how detrimental and terrible it can be. So yeah, gotta be careful. You really gotta be careful today's day and age. Don't even get me started on gambling. I've always hated gambling. Hi, Tower. Good to see you, my friend. Looking all proud and mighty. So if you were in that tower, you could absolutely look across the bay, past the island, and then see to the other side where there would be Well, many different things, but specifically over to where Niagara Falls would be, Rochester, beyond. Do they still teach Canadian kids about their links to the UK? Oh, for sure. Like, but here's the thing, though. You ask, we would still very much say like we are a British Commonwealth country. But yeah, that does mean a lot of different things to different people. So. Harbor Nails. Oh look, Cheap Friends. Today's special was another great Canadian kids show. Oh my god, I remember that one. That one was kind of a fever dream. But like, what else was there that was Canadian television? Book Mice, if you remember Book Mice. Book Mice slapped hard. That was I don't think Wishbone was Canadian. I'm pretty sure Wishbone was American, but we kind of brought him along. Same with Arthur and like Magic School Bus. Those were all in the same realm, but yeah. I hope we will all one day form a Cannes UK alliance like EU. I think that's a good idea. I remember there was something that they were floating a while ago. And it's kind of surprising, to be fair, that it hasn't happened, really. Forest Rangers. I don't remember Forest Rangers at all. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I remember Eureka's Castle. I remember Zoobilee Zoo. Gosh, this is not a tangent I was expecting to go down today. I was like, let's talk about more obscure Canadian children's television shows. Polka Dot Door. Here's the thing. I never once saw Pokeroo and that guy in the same place at the same time. I'm starting to suspect they didn't like each other. Read Along. I don't think I know Read Along. Romper Room was a good one, but not Canadian though. Good to know. I actually don't think I remember that one either. Also, welcome Liz. Good to see you today. Thanks for joining the chat. Beachcombers. I remember Beachcombers. Chicken Tikka Masala. To be fair, not a kids show, but would make a great name for a kids show. Look, it's the Sky Dome. The tower right there. Hey Delta, good to see you today, my friend. Thanks for joining the chat. We are here. It is cool, but nice. Funny enough, the more you walk, the warmer you get, the warmer it is outside. So, always a good sign. Hopefully, y'all are having a nice warm day. Oh, since it is a bit random, but have you ever played a game called City Skylines? I love City Skylines. To be fair, I didn't get to play it as much as I wanted to, because when I first played it, it was with my ex, and we would play games together, and like, he got very controlling, and you get angry about how I was designing my city, so I couldn't actually design it the way I wanted to. But yeah, I really like City Skylines. Ironically enough, isn't my favorite kind of city builder game. I've discovered I like games like more like Caesar 3, where you kind of have the set idea about how you want to set things up, and then you have to make things work, but it all has like very strict rules. I found that more interesting and exciting for me, but I think that City Skylines is a fantastic game, and the sequel is a stunning disaster piece. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense, because it is. Woo. City Skylines is an interesting game that I like very much. But also. playing City Skyline 2 right now and I'm making a real life build. TOURonno and specifically Queens Quay. Oh, amazing! If you need any details, let me know. So I can always hop over and check it out. Also, I love how over here there is a basin park, which is literally just a water park. Like a park full of water. Stunning disaster. Oh, very much so. So this is technically a park, which is kind of crazy to think about. But, oh, there's the ducky. Stunning disaster. I would say it's quite the disaster. They essentially launched it maybe half finished at best. And now that the obligatory expansion pack has been finished, essentially the creators or the publishers of the game have decided to completely redo, or decided to essentially completely fired the company that made it, and they're trying to salvage it. If you want to look up a disaster, City Skylines 2 is right up there. But yeah, play Fallout 4. They allowed a male-to-male relationship, still surviving. Really, that's really cool. I always like when games give you the option for who you can fall in love with. I think that's it. It's a nice touch that actually means a lot to a lot of people. I have a YouTube channel where I make real-life Canadian city builds. It was my first year. Oh, that's so cool. Definitely let me know what the channel is. If you can drop it in the Discord, I would be happy to subscribe to that, because that sounds like it's so far up my jam. I love that. I love that so much. Ducky. Correct. Correct. All about them duckies. Oh, look how close they are. Hey, ducks. Hey, ducks. Ah, they don't give a duck. Oh, they both literally just went under as soon as I came. Although looking at all the garbage over here, I'm just like, eh. Hope they cleaned that up a little. So this is the area I used to live in, specifically with my ex. So a lot of these parts over here were places that I would randomly walk the dog. So they're full of memories. Not always good ones, but like, it's still a beautiful area. If we were to continue down there, we would encounter one of my favorite parks in the city, which is the Music Garden. It's not the biggest park, but it's really, really well done. And in the spring and summer, it is absolutely like bursting with flowers and plants, and it's just really, really nice. So highly recommend. But if you do come down here during the summer, you can grab a water taxi. And the water taxis will take you straight to the island for like 10-15 bucks. It's perfect. Highly recommend. If you're ever going to the island, that's usually the best way to go. Autocorrect automatically correct this next sentence inside area. The duck in the duck pond is pucking and ducking around the duck pond. Yes, it is. That's a good duck. Sometimes we all need a good ducking. Where is the new electric ferry fleet supposed to arrive for the islands? That is a good question. I didn't even know that was something that was in the works. But I'm going to have to look into that, because that would actually change a lot for me. Because I'm just like, if it's easier and fun and cheaper and also now more environmentally friendly to go to the island this way, I'll do the island that way instead of just taking a water taxi. But the water taxis are, well, complicated. But the water taxis are great. I usually find them pretty good. Pedestrians obey your signal, 2-stage crossing. I just like there's more than one person crossing, they can't hit all of us. To be fair, City Place is a space I don't explore very often, so why not? Let's head on over. I used to take Raina here like every day. She was boisterous. I think that's the best word for her. Electric ferries, first new ferries arrived November to December 2026. Oh, very cool. I think that'll be a great option. Hello, Princess. Good to see you today, my love. Perhaps set a goal for a reasonably priced smartwatch with step counter, contactless payments. I'd consider. First off, my number one goal is that when this monetizes, I'm going to try to clear the debt that I've invested into this first. And then I can kind of worry about the other parts. So like getting a smartwatch, getting other things. Because like even right now I'm just like, oh, I would love to send a message to Hunter or to Joel about my screw up today. But I can't. Because if I do, the stream's interrupted. So having something like a watch or something would be great, because then I could actually like tap and do and send the messages how I want to. But with this, I have to do this. Which I'm also okay with, because it forces me to really focus on one thing. Honk honk. Ugh. I hope people don't mind that I get distracted by the art so much. I just find it's really cool to see what people get the chance to do. And just the works that are created here, they're really unique and different and interesting. I always like to stop and take moments to appreciate them, because most of the time we don't. It's something that just kind of fades into the background, but it's someone who took time and effort into something that is unique and beautiful to try to make the world a little brighter. And it's like, I think that's a really beautiful sentiment. And kind of what might be missing from my art these days. To be like, oh, how can I help with that? But one day I'll get back there. One thing that's nice about the streaming stuff is it's taken a lot of stress and obligation off a lot of my other things. But yeah, when you do that, it just kind of puts many different things into perspective in a lovely, lovely way. Welcome to City Boy. And actually, let's face it. One of the first things I'm gonna get if I do monetize is insurance. Because after last time, Nightbot protects you. Nightbot protects everyone. Sometimes. Always sometimes. Got a nice view of the tower back there through the trees. Very nice strip of silver birch trees. Yes, white birch. Well, they're not actually, like, most birch trees aren't, to my understanding, if I am correct. They're usually more of a northern Ontario plant. Like, birch isn't common in Toronto naturally at all. Especially in the surrounding region, you don't see any of it unless it's been specifically brought in. And like, yeah, then it's, you do see it around the city, but normally only in parks or special places that have meaning for Indigenous communities. So that's my understanding of birch. I don't quite know the significance of it, but I know that it is a very important tree. Mo's still here. If that is correct or not correct, please let me know, because I will obviously trust people who are in that world more than me, who is in many worlds, but never fully in one. Oh my gosh. Hello, 80 people who are watching. Y'all are beautiful. And thanks for sticking around. We are coming up to probably one of my favorite restaurants in the city that I haven't actually been to in a while. This is Hunter's Landing. It is tasty, tasty, tasty. Great place for brunch. If you're looking for like a brunch, it's a really good place. But I haven't been there for years. Ever since I moved out of the area, I haven't had much reason to come back here. But there's the CN Tower. Soon you will cross the 100. Oh, one day. The biggest way you can help the channel, if you're not subscribed, is to subscribe. I know it sounds like a YouTube cliche, because it is, let's be fair. But it does actually genuinely help a lot of people in a massive way. So if you're not subscribed and you're enjoying yourself, please consider, because it is a huge help to me. And I am selfish. So thank you very much for being here. 86. Oh my gosh, that's one of like the top 10 years to be born. You are almost 1,000 subscribers. I passed 900 yesterday. So I got a donut. Yesterday was a donut day, which is wonderful. Oh my god, that's adorable. Look at the Rakakuni. Oh, okay, that wind kicked up out of nowhere. Alright, we're gonna go. We're going north here. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. All right. Needs a traffic cone? Yeah. White birch. According to Wikipedia, Toronto is in white birch natural habitat, but almost at the southernmost point. Okay, that's good to know. I know that Toronto's, like southern Ontario, especially around this area, is a Carolinian forest. So it's mostly warmer temperate trees. So it's interesting that birch comes down this far, because it's certainly not one that I see it's not one that you see cultivated very often. But as the climate changes and as things kind of move and shift around, I'm curious to know if that will change in the next like 50 to 100 years or so. You know, if we're still here. Anything's possible. I'm following you from 300 subs, road to 1 million. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Matti. I appreciate that very much. Well, gosh, I haven't even thought of what happens if I cross, like, if I get 1,000 subscribers, I get a tattoo. But I'm just like, beyond that, like, how do you top that? You know? I do like to point out the pedestrian bridges. There's this one here. This isn't technically it is a pedestrian bridge because you can cross as a pedestrian, but it is primarily a traffic bridge. But this one I've always kind of found annoying because you have to walk up here and then go across and then down, but you end up like right by the same area where it's only like maybe 200 meters to the other bridge that's just a straight line and you don't have to double back on yourself. But you know, whatever, it's fine. I'm not mad. It's a well-designed construction marvel. Any ideas for the tattoo? Yes. I am getting keep moving forward. And it's either going to be along the side of my arm or it'll be on the side of my hand. So whatever one wins, I guess that's the place I'll get it. Hello, Mark. Good to see you today, my friend. Here's my thing. I know if I got the hand, it's gonna hurt like a crazy, crazy amount. So there's a part of me that's just like, yeah, 1,000 subscribers. And there's that other part of me that's just like, oh God, it's gonna really hurt no matter what I get. But that's why I live stream the tattoo, because I think it'll be fun and silly. Alright, it seems like a lot of people are going for this whole lock thing. Wonder if it's a TikTok trend. That would make sense. It's like I've just seen a bunch of places now just have random locks on bridges. I'm just like, oh, I guess every street is trying to do this now. Alright, that's fine. Again, I blame TikTok. The stick-on tattoos are less painful and wash off. Well, the whole idea is that this is actually a tattoo I've wanted to get for a long time. So, but this one, it's kind of never felt more true. Because, like, the term keep moving forward was something that, you know, if you've seen Meet the Robinsons, I feel like that kind of holds true to my mentality and my mindset and what I think means the most. So, yeah, keep moving forward is something that means a lot to me in general. So it makes sense to have that be the next tattoo. But, actually, I could always get it while I'm in Florida. But then I'd have to hit 1,000 subscribers by the time I go there. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe. Matti will get a Trump face tattoo on his... No. Absolutely refuse. God, could you imagine if someone got a Trump tattoo? God. I know someone did. Someone somewhere has that. And even worse, someone somewhere is proud of that tattoo. That's what blows my mind.
What's yours? I think this is.
Alright, going up to the well over here. Which I do like walking through. It's a nice little area.
Pero me pone una situación incómoda porque obviamente yo no
I won't put native name on my arm. Launching cider woman. That sounds really cool, Mo. Alright, let's come up. Let's all go to the well. Well. I remember my friend stayed here when he was visiting from Germany. And like, the units in these buildings are super small because he was doing like an Airbnb thing here. But it immediately looks out over into the other building. And so it's just kind of like you're looking at a fish tank of people. And it's weird and it's awkward, but it's also kind of fascinating. And just like, oh, this is bizarre, but also it's really cool. So I don't know what to tell you, but Portland Commons, I'm pretty sure that this will also end up being a stop for, is this the stop for the Ontario line? I don't know, actually. Now that I mentioned it, I'm just like, oh, I can't say. Oh, I'm not even at the well. This is another random space that I've never been in before. Oh no, I'm gonna get so lost. Oh look, never mind. Well. Like pod. Well. Oh, the cold is starting to sink in a little bit. I find it's normally around the hour and a half mark where you think, you know, suddenly your hands just go frozen and frigid. You're just like, I need to put this on something or someone. But, hello. Just so everyone knows, hello, my name is Matti. I am a tour guide in Toronto, Ontario. And if you or someone you know is coming to Toronto and you are looking for a unique experience, consider hiring me. I'm available for one-day tours. You can find me on VIATOR and TRIPADVISOR. Both links are in the description. If you are enjoying yourself, I would encourage you to like this, the channel, or sorry, to like the stream. It does encourage YouTube to recommend it to other people, and it's a massive help. And finally, if you are enjoying this and would like to help the channel grow in a beautiful and organic way, please consider subscribing. It is a massive help to YouTube creators like myself, and we look forward to being able to have you in the future. So, on that note, let's go for a walk. Colors giving to me: black, red, white, yellow. Native people giving from elder colors are 4 directions. Yes, I think that would be really beautiful to see. I always encourage people to get tattoos. And just like, you're choosing to like cover yourself in art. And if you really hate it, like, there are ways to remove it or cover it up. But if you want it to the point where you actually like actively want something, then like, you should treat yourself and get it. There are so little things that bring joy these days. So when you have something that can be exciting, you want to get more. Ontario Line, Queen and Spadina, King and Bathurst, then Expedition. Okay, that does make sense. What the tattoo are you gonna take? Well, I am gonna get the words "keep moving forward."
Wait, yeah.
And I'm gonna get them on either the side of my arm or down the side of my hand. So, we'll see. Don't have any tattoo. Really? You are pristine then. I think most of my friends these days have tattoos. But hey, here's my thing, if you like them and you want them, you're gonna get them anyways, so might as well get something you like. Do cross, don't kill me. Okay, good. Lumia Kin, first time viewing, welcome very much to the chat. Good to have you today. It is a beautiful, somewhat chilly day in Toronto. It is clear now though, so it's weather-wise, it actually is quite lovely. But a little bit more on the chilly side for sure. Oh my gosh. Look what they're doing over here. That is going to be one funky looking building. No tattoos here either, but if I did, I would have a phrase that would say 2 words: freedom warrior. I think that's a good one. I think that's obviously a very, very good initiative to have. Something that encapsulates, like, here's one of my things. One of my more major tattoos is on my arm, and it's essentially my family crest, but the wording on it is virtue, mine, honor, because I'm just like, even if that wasn't my family lineage, I would still choose to live by those words because I feel like they are worth standing by. Karina, welcome. Welcome. I'm new here. One of my Canadian friends told me to come here. Well, tell your Canadian friend that they have excellent taste. I am unbiased, but I am also a delight. Thanks for coming. It's good to have you today. Oh, just kidding. Hello. If you are new here, this is me. I am chilly, but we're doing good. We're having a good time. And we are currently coming up to Spadina, I think. And we're going to head up Spadina and then go from there. So let's keep going. Oh. You know what? Let's go up by Spin. Remember I used to have a friend who worked here? And she was nice, but Spin is a ping pong bar. So we would all come here and then just play ping pong for like an hour or two. It was expensive, but it was fun. I just wonder if it's still as busy as it was, because like back in the day, you could barely get in. But I have kind of heard that like across the board, nightlife attendance is down in a significant way. So hopefully that is a trend that can get reversed in the next couple of years once people have income again. That would be great. I feel like that's the one little bit of that's the one little bit of information that always seems to get glossed over, where it's just like, no one's doing this anymore. I'm just like, yeah, because it's expensive and no one can afford to do that anymore. But Karina, if you're a friend of Princess, then you're a friend of us. So welcome. Are you going to do any challenging thing like walk or do all-nighter? Ooh, I hadn't considered that. I might join Matt for a midnight walk soon. So, as soon as he said that, I'm just like, that sounds like a lot of fun. I would absolutely go do that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm always open for suggestions, so if anyone has any challenges that you want me to do, I'm happy to do so. I did reach out to a company here that's doing a beer festival to see if I could potentially do a live stream from that. So just like, that would be a lot of fun. But we'll see. We'll see. Do you think things will become affordable again in the future like it was back in the 90s? This might sound like cliche, but I think the only way that things will kind of return to how they were is if more money is freed up to actually go into people's pockets so that we can do things. So the only way that's going to happen, or if that's going to work, is if you literally take the opportunities to go out and do things and essentially, like, tax billionaires. Like, come on. That's kind of a big part of it. Just like, there's so much money being tied up in things, there's so little jobs to go around right now, that like, it's just kind of, everything's getting eaten up. So, beer festival, what's not to like? Agreed. Margaret, well, you seem lovely, and I'm happy to have you join us today. Oh, is that NVIDIA, the NVIDIA Canadian HQ? Possibly. I don't know. I probably walked right by it and didn't even notice. Yeah, there it is. Huh. I was more looking over here, the Carbon snack bar. It's like, I could use a snack. Ooh, that sounds lovely. Maybe even cheap Venezuelan oil will make us all rich. Yeah, it didn't happen the last couple times. I don't think it'll happen this time. Ugh, Venezuela, what a mess. Ugh. Here's the thing. Do any of us think Trump could actually point out Venezuela on a map? That's my question. I legitimately don't know. And that's concerning. They was never cheap, Stephen. They just had the wrong leader mismanage the money in country. Yeah, you're actually closer to the area, so I imagine that your news must be much more relevant, targeted, and directed.
Something like that.
We're a minutes away from there. Yeah. It is scary to think about because you folks are close. But yeah, stay safe. And should you ever need to come to Canada, you let us know. We'll get you out. Trump couldn't find America. Oh, the shade. Accurate, but the shade. When my parents immigrated in the 80s, they lived in downtown Toronto. Now it's unimaginable to have the total lower income class live downtown, right? Like, I was talking about this yesterday, and just like, I don't think I'm ever going to own property. But at this point, I'm just like, maybe I don't need to. But trying to be rude, festivals are growing very quickly. Very popular event. You would get lots of great subscribers from that. I hope so. One of the things I wanted to do for a while is to literally go to like all of the breweries in Toronto and like ask them to like give me 3 sample brews, and I can talk about each of them and then give my opinions on each of them and then choose one that I would have. So it'd be like a little shorts collection where I have options to be able to kind of show off a couple Toronto breweries just to extend the channel a little bit more, focus on the tourism aspects, and see how it goes. Man, Radical 2 will be visiting this year. Oh, that's wonderful. Of course, if he wants to come stream with me, I would be completely and totally honored. That was a fun little fest you guys had a little while ago.
That's I know. Yeah, I don't know why.
He's my good friend. Also, we met and he said I'm real, 100%. Oh, I'm glad. I had no doubts of your reality until right now. Let's see. You'll be there for Caravana. I should be here, but I think I'm not here for the month of August, because I think that's the month where I would have Calgary Fringe and then Edmonton Fringe, if I can do them, because I would have to raise money to be able to do them. But I'm trying to find ways to make things happen, and to be able to do things, and to make things do things happen. Remember last year there was my friend Noah, and he was a part of Orlando Fringe as a part of 2 separate shows. But then on top of that, he also had this idea to like review a bunch of shows for people, and literally just ran with it and did as much as he could. So yeah, it was interesting. Toronto has a lot of excellent microbreweries. They need exposure. They will definitely agree to your requests. That's my hope. And just like, I love showing off new things in new places and being able to like kind of do that. And yeah. You just subbed. Thank you, Karina. It's wonderful to have you on board. You're back. You're back already. Oh my, that must have been a good swim.
I feel like it's too much if you.
The pool was empty. Well, that'll do it. Hard to swim in nothing. You know what I think the biggest tragedy of becoming an adult is the ability to do stuff at the drop of a hat almost completely evaporates. Like if you're going to hang out with friends, you have to book time days, weeks in advance. When you're young and in high school, it's just like, what are you guys doing today? I don't know, you want to go hang out somewhere? Yeah, and you did. And that was just what happened. And then when you lose that ability, like as you grow up and things move apart and people do different things, like you actually have to plan the time with your friends. And that's why some friends rise to the surface and others disappear. Because if people aren't willing to put effort into you, then they're probably not worth making effort for. At some point in your adulthood, you learn that really quickly. But it's still sad when it happens. Because so much of the beauty of those times is that your friends are so disparate. And like those friends are the ones that stay with you technically forever because you grew up together. But certainly not one that you get to see very often, unfortunately. Usually, at least in my life. Spontaneous life sounds like a dream. It doesn't even feel like, here's my thing. If I do go down to Florida later this month, like, honestly, I will have to almost micromanage my time down to the minute to be like, okay, how am I going to A, stream every day, B, where do I go, C, who do I go with?
Right next to it.
You know, to be honest, Maddie, the friends I've made on the various streams are just awesome. I agree. That's one kind of thing that I like about this, is that people have, when I do this, I have a rough idea of some of the people who will join us every day. And every day there's someone new, and they're lovely, and we adore them. But it's always different. But the people you meet, like, I only get little clippets from people, but I have like a vague idea of like your personality, like a vague idea of Sam's personality, or like Tony or Kat, like people who I get little glimpses of. But yeah, US, really? Yeah, I know. I had a friend who's just gone through a divorce, and I have connections in Orlando, and they wanted to know if it would be possible for them to kind of reclaim a lot of her love for the space. And yeah, it's something I'm considering. I haven't made any solid plans yet. Either way, I'm going to make sure that she has a great time while she's down there and like connect her with the right people. But yeah, going to the States right now is kind of it's a heavy topic to bring up, because obviously as a Canadian it carries a lot of baggage to even say that. But like, there's so many people down there who deserve our love and attention and affection and protection, to be fair. But yeah, it's tricky. It's very tricky. Badano was one of the very first friends, and he is nothing but amazing. Kurt, Eddie and Zip, Henry, Brad. Brad's great. Eddie's also great. Zip's also great. I don't know Henry, though. Do I know Henry? I probably know Henry. I'll have to look him up. Yeah, knowing that there's someone who just literally walks around Disney World every day with a camera, I feel like that would get old really quickly. But still some novelty somewhere. Come on, lady. Tell me somewhere in Canada that's 20 degrees in January. Yeah. Every time I see a pile of clothes, I am shocked and wondering and hoping it's not just a person laying on the ground. I agree with you, actually. It can definitely be concerning when you're just like, oh, I wonder if this is a person or if someone has just lost their stuff. Either way, not great. Let's face it, not great. But Disney adults love it. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie, I would tune into that. I would watch that every now and then. So I'm definitely above 50, 20. We're talking Fahrenheit probably a lot of places. The community is the best time ever. You can make plans with people in here, and they show up and they do things with you almost immediately. Yeah, I take my plans very seriously these days. Dim sum, yes please. And through Eddie, I had the pleasure of getting to know you. Full of life, just like me, and these people, awesome people on your stream. I agree, I do have awesome people on my stream. And knowing you is an absolute delight as well, Princess. Thanks for being here. It's always a good part to have you. If you continue to walk on this very sidewalk, there is a faux place with a very destructive name, Faux Hug. Let's see if we can find it. That's King's Noodles. Also, arguably sexual in nature, but that's fine. We can add a lot of innuendos to these, but that's only like doing it in English. But I'm sure we can get away with it once. Also, there's the big bear, the big evil bear. You mean freedom units? The owner must be. Oh, yes, absolutely. Let's see. We have Minchai, Swatov, Huasheng, Shimiado, Miaodao? I don't know. Banh Mi, Great Mountain Ginseng. Oh, Tech Zone. I know that one. By the way, Sam, Steve, and Carl are all... McDonald's seems out of place, right? Ooh, this place is just called Dumpling House. Aji-sen. Aji-sen's good. We have one in the village, which is nice. Let's see. Taste of China seafood. Very nice pho, by the way, living up to its name. As an Asian, I approve that place. Oh, that's awesome. I will say yesterday, okay, so Joel had a work gathering last night, and it was supposed to be a holiday party. But when you say holiday party, we ordered in advance, so we each ordered like a little thing, because money's a little tight right now, of course. But the table just kind of kept ordering stuff, and then at the end they just decided to split the bill 5 ways. And we're just kind of like, would that rub anyone else the wrong way? Where you're just like, we did this, and then this is all separate at this time. And now instead of, like, we had ordered something small that would just be, like, we thought was just us. And then everyone just ate everything. And just like, that's weird, right? Oh my gosh. There it is. Pho hung. Oh my gosh, it's pho hung. We got it. That's unfair. I also thought that was weird. I'm not complaining. The food is off. Like, the food was great, and the place we went to is great. I'm just like, if it's a work outing, kind of done by, you would expect like the work to cover it and not have it go. You know, I thought it was weird because we went expecting to spend like $50 to $60 and ended up spending like $130. Just like, oh, it's quite literally double what we were expecting. Anyways, I remember going to the Epcot Center in Florida and seeing Orlando for the first time. It was well worth the entire trip just to go there for one day. For 7 days I was down there. Disney World is pretty special, like for a lot of us. I have a long history of Disney World. Like, it was the one place I remember growing up wanting to go so badly. And I did, and it was wonderful. But anyways, splitting bills is always drama. I always hate it. Fair. It's weird if one person orders something expensive and a bunch of drinks. Agreed. And like, I would say we were all fairly equal on that front, but still. Like, it was a case where other people kept ordering. Now, just like, we only ordered the one thing, and that's kind of all we got, and we kind of ate what was at the table. I had kind of assumed, I think Joel kind of assumed as well, like, the guy who organized everything and kept ordering would be the one who would kind of pick up those parts, because we had only wanted like the two things. Anyways, all of that aside, it was a wonderful meal. We had a great time, but still left a weird taste in our mouth for sure. New Sky, I can see that. This Chinese restaurant with the green sign. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that one out. I feel like I missed that one over here, but I discovered mezcal at Epcot, changed my life. Mezcal is so good. Smoky tequila, forget about it. It's the best. When there is a group, not a family thing. Oh, you know what, folks? I'd say today was a pretty good day. We got some good walk-in. I was supposed to go to Hunter's tonight, and then I literally realized on the walk, I'm just like, wait, me and Joel literally have tickets for Labyrinth tonight. And yeah, I want to go see Labyrinth in theaters. It's been 40 years. If anyone else is going to go see Labyrinth tonight, let me know, because heck yeah, that's going to be fun. We're going to go to the one at Dundas Square. So now I have to go to Hunter's and be like, I'm sorry, I forgot that I had bought tickets to the thing and that it's tonight, but can I give you a hug? We'll see. Hopefully he says yes. Like tequila's cool older brother. Yes. We do not condone the cool crime of smoking. This is one of the best walks so far. Oh, thanks, man. It's a lot of my favorite places, actually. Getting down, seeing the waterfront. It's always just nice and relaxed. Even though I didn't even see like my favorite parts of the waterfront, just getting to go down there and get to experience a lot of it. It's always nice. Also, Mother's Dumplings over here. Legend. Legend. You know the difference between a labyrinth and a maze? No, actually. I know Labyrinth is always supposed to have the contemplative element to it. But have fun, enjoy your evening. Much love. Much love to you, Princess. Thanks for stopping by today. Costs are always settled ahead of time before anything is done. That's the way to do it. Otherwise, it's taking people out there who take advantage. I'm inclined to agree with you on this one, Carl. I think that if we go there with the expectation of only spending a certain amount, and then we end up spending more because other people wanted to spend more, yeah. Mazes have dead ends and labyrinths are one long path. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Kensington. At one point you mentioned Kensington. Kensington's the other side of the street. But unfortunately, I am a little behind the time right now. I'm gonna have to cut this off around here. But, actually, it's been 2 hours. It's kind of the perfect time. But, for those who are here, thank you for joining today. as always, it is a wonderful experience to be able to have and share these little walks with you and these glimpses into my life, which I really appreciate having here. Just so you folks know, my name is Matti. I am a tour guide in Toronto, Ontario. I am available for hire. If you click the links in the description, you'll find links to VIATOR and TRIPADVISOR. You can book my services and I'll take you for a walk around the city wherever you like to go. If you did enjoy this, please like it. It does encourage YouTube to recommend it to other people. And finally, if you want to come spend more time with me, I do this every day, as long as I'm able. And you can join along simply by subscribing. It helps the channel out in a massive way. And we really appreciate having you here. So I'm going to head off. You folks have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. And if you want, you can always chat and drop some memes in the Discord. We're always there. Bye, friends.